almost gets Zook over at second base. But he gets back just in time. Outside for a ball, 2-0. Malone with the catch, and that's out number 3. We're back here at Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School. In the bottom of the first, no score on the top of the first for the Chargers of Dallas Shelton. And Jabin Moore will be leading things off for the Guard. Noah O'Connor on the mound for the Chargers. And Moore will step into the batter's box and get things going. First pitch is a ball on the outside. He'll look in. And here's the pitch. Catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 the count to Moore. Same pitch on the outside corner. Strike number 2. Here's the pitch. Bounces to the outside. That is going to be a ball. That'll even the count at 2 for Moore. He'll look back down the third base line to the coach, get the sign, step back in. And here comes the pitch. Good movement, but a little high. That's going to bring up a full count. The Chargers in the top of the first had a couple of runners, left on base, but nothing to show for it. Here comes the pitch. That's going to be inside, and Jabin Moore will take a little stroll down the first base way. And that'll put Cade Chesley in the batter's box. The lefty will step in. He sits and waits. O'Connor takes a look at first, checks on Moore, and throws over, makes sure he doesn't go anywhere. Moore gets back in time. O'Connor looks and goes home with it. In there for a ball. O'Connor looks in, checks the runner, comes home. Good hit, but out of play. Foul ball. And that'll be a strike, 1-1. O'Connor checks the runner at first, brings it home. Chesley wanted to swing at that one, but it's a little bit high above the number. It's going to be a ball, 2-1. Moore takes a good lead off first. And that pitch from O'Connor is going to be in for a strike, 2-2. Strike zone for this umpire is all over the place. As O'Connor checks the runner again and brings it home. And that's going to be at the head of Chesley. He ducks out of the way just in time, full count. Moore egging the pitcher on, goes. And a good hit, high fly ball into center field. Center fielder goes back and gets the ball as Ugliabaro makes the first out for the Chargers. And Chesley will head back to the dugout. Dylan Malone will head to the batter's box. See if he can advance that runner. Moore heads back to first. O'Connor takes a look, brings it in, and Dylan looks at that one in for a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Malone. Strike 2. Moore kind of egging on the pitcher again. And a good hit down the third base line. It's going to be a fair ball. And Moore will turn and go to third. And he will be forced on home, and he'll cross home plate, and a run comes across for the guard as a stand-up RBI double for Dylan Malone. Gets the guard on the board first in the bottom of the first. Number 21, Lex Rich, up next for the guard as he heads to the plate. He'll step in as Malone takes a couple of steps off second base. O'Connor takes a look down at his catcher to see what he's going to do. He'll check back at the runner and bring it home. It's going to be in there for a strike. Umpire likes that outside line for a strike. O'Connor checks the runner again and brings it home. And a good fly ball, but it's going to be out back behind for a foul ball and a strike. 0-2 the count to Rich. And O'Connor kind of bounced that one in there. Durrett, the catcher, tried to catch Malone off guard, but Malone got back in time. O'Connor puts Malone back on second. O'Connor checks again. Rich waits for the pitch. And that's going to be outside. So the count is even at 2. Here's the pitch. Little movement, going to be bounced in, and Dylan is going to head down to third on the pass ball. So another runner in scoring position right down in third. Only one out for the guard. And Rich will take that fourth ball and head down to first. Next up, number 7, David Sims. And Durrett will head out for the Chargers to talk to his pitcher a little bit, settle him down. So the catcher back at his spot. We have runners at the corners, one out for the guard. David Sims steps into the batter's box. O'Connor stares down, gets set, checks the runners, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss by Sims. And O'Connor throws to first. Rich back in time. Malone looked like he was going to try to go home, but he decided not to. O'Connor checks. And brings the pitch home. On the outside, ball. 1-1 the count. Pitch down low, kind of bounce in. Hit right in front of the plate. It's going to be ball 2. 2-1 the count. Still runners at the corners. Only one out for the guard. Inside. Ball 3. So 3-1 the count. Sims looks in. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside, ball 4, and that'll load the bases up for Brook Hill. And Andrew Sims will now head to the batter's box. We got timeout on the field. And while they take a timeout, we're going to take a short timeout. You're listening to NETsn, brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of action of Northeast Texas sports. We'll be right back.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we're back. The conference on the mound is over in a swing. And a foul ball back for Andrew Sims. Gets him strike. Coach for the Chargers trying to settle down his pitcher, O'Connor. Only one out with bases loaded. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. Here comes the pitch. Outside again. Same spot. Same result. Ball 2. 2-1. Ball 3. 3-1 the count to Andrew Sims with the bases loaded. It's going to be a batter's count for Sims, so we'll see what happens. As O'Connor winds up, here's the pitch. Outside. Ball 4, so that'll walk in a run for the guard. And here comes another pitch. Same spot, same result again, ball 1. O'Connor just can't seem to control that one. He keeps going to the outside. They're pitching away. In there for a strike. So 1-1 the count. Swing and a miss by Durrett. Catcher for the Chargers, Schallkraut, trying to keep things in front of him, keep these runners where they are. 1-2 the count to Durrett. Here's the pitch. Down low, good stop by the catcher. Here's the pitch. Fouled back into the net. And out of play for a strike. Evens the count at 2. And another one. Timing a little off. Durrett steps back in. Ready for the pitch. Here it comes. In there for a strike. So out number 2 as Durrett strikes out. That'll bring up number 10, Samuel Williams, to the plate. As he'll be looking to bring some runs home for the guard and continue this inning. O'Connor takes a look. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. So far, 2 runs have been scored by the guard this inning. Here's the pitch to Williams. Down low, bounced in front. No run home, though. Shalcroy makes a good stop. I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. O'Connor ready. Here's the pitch. Good hit to the left fielder. It's going back. It's going to go over his head. And Williams going to round first. A couple of runs are going to come in. Here's 1. And a stand-up RBI double. 2 RBIs. Make that 3. Comes through. So Samuel Williams brings in 3 runs for the guard with a stand-up double. And Benjamin Brotz comes up to the plate to try to bring Williams home. Here's the pitch. It's going to be the outside. O'Connor checks the runner at second. No play. Time at the umpire calls it. So no pitch on that. Williams takes a lead off second. O'Connor checks him. Here comes the pitch home. Going to be bounced in for a ball. Ball 2. Still in the bottom of the first. 5-0. Brook Hill leads. Here's the pitch. And that one is going to be in for a ball. Kind of bounced in as well. So 3-0 the count. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. As Brotz kind of watches that in. That was a batter's count. So good play by Benjamin. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. So that'll make the count full. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, so he stays alive. Brotz once again fouls it back to the net. Not going away quietly. O'Connor looks in, brings it in, and a good hit back, straight back over the backstop, right on top of the press box, if you didn't hear that. See if he can straighten that out and hit it over the other fence over there. Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball, so Brotz will take a stroll down to first base. And we've now batted around as Jabin Moore steps back up. And that'll bring the coach out as we might be looking at a pitching change here in the bottom of the first. Let's see what we got here, and that looks like exactly what we're going to have. And yeah, so while they get that done, we're going to take a little break here on NETsn. You're watching Brook Hill versus Dallas Shelton here on NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And also, while you're watching, go ahead and chat. Let us know where you are. We'd love to chat with you and see where you're watching from. Get all that. Like and subscribe and let us know all that information. Don't miss a bit of Northeast Texas sports. We'll be right back here at Harrington Field for Brook Hill Baseball. We're back here at Harrington Field with the pitching change here in the bottom of the first for the Chargers of Dallas. Shelton, number 10, Levi Gwynn, now pitching for the Chargers. The guard have already batted around. Jabin Moore back up. He walked at his first at-bat this inning. So we'll see what Levi Gwynn can do. Right-hander. Here's the first pitch. Going to be in there for a strike. Gwynn sets up, brings it in. Going to be outside, ball one. So we have 2 outs and 2 on. 1-1 the count for Moore. Here's the pitch. Umpire said that was in there for a strike, so 1-2 is the count. Swing and a miss. And that strikeout is going to stop the bleeding this inning. So that's the end of the first here at Harrington Field. Your score, Brook Hill 5, Dallas Shelton 0. We'll be right back here at Harrington Field. You're watching NETsn.
Thanks for taking me to golf today.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
So he's living alone next year. Because he doesn't want to live with anybody. He goes to church with these people and he won't tell us, but he doesn't, I know nothing about any of them, but he'll tell me like all about them without telling me anything about them. A combination. I know he's into this one chick. Really? Yeah, but I think she's like in her early 20s. I don't know. He's so weird. Like, he stays in his room all the time. He stays up all night and does his work all night, and then he sleeps all day. And then he'll wake up, go to class.
And we're back at the top of the second. Chargers.
He makes really good grades.
Tucker Bauer will step up to the plate as Chesley's ready to go. Here's the first pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike.
Well, I know he's living alone. I don't know where Griffin's living. I couldn't care less where that kid's living. Yeah, well, him and John.
Here's the pitch. Swing right up the middle, and that's going into the center field area. And going to be a base hit as the Chargers have a base runner. The pitcher, number 10, Levi Gwynn, coming up next.
Jackson's moving to.
So Gwen steps in, ready to go. Here comes the pitch. Squares around for a bunt, but it goes foul for strike one. Chesley throws over. Bauer gets back in time. Here's the pitch. The runner goes, and there's the throw. Not in time. So Bauer steals second. Runner in scoring position. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Bounced in for a ball. Chesley looks in, gets the sign, checks the runner. Here comes the pitch. Gwynn squares around a bunt. Pulls back just in time, though, 3-1. Chargers trying to advance the runner and get on the board. Get that lead of the guard dwindled down a little bit. Here's the pitch. And a good hit right back up the middle again, straight into center field. And the runner at third is going to stay as Bauer is told to stick at third. And that'll put runners at the corners for the Chargers. Number 14, Laker Lee, steps up for the Chargers with runners at the corners and no outs. Chesley takes a look. Time at home plate as Lee takes a step back. Here's the pitch. In there, strike one. Lee steps in. Chesley. Take a look down to Durrett. Gets the sign. Checks the runners. Brings it over to first base. Makes sure that Gwynn doesn't go anywhere. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. So it's going to be 0-2 to Lee. Pitch brought home, hit. High fly ball into left center field. Dylan Malone fades over to get it. Gets the out, but Bauer comes on home on the tag as the sacrifice fly produces a run for the Chargers. Gwynn advances to second base. One out is on the board. One run does come across. And number 13, Hanson Graham comes to the plate for the Chargers. Chesley takes a look in. He sets, checks your runner, brings it home. Good English on that one. Gets it over the plate for a strike. Graham waits on the pitch from Chesley. He checks the runner at second. No play. Brings it in and gets another strike. So 0-2 the count to Graham, as 2 good pitches go by for a strike. Time call. Graham steps out. Back to the plate. Here comes a pitch. Swing. Foul ball. So he stays alive. Here comes the pitch. Check swing. And the umpire says he went, so that's strike number 3. So with that, it's out number 2. Andrew Henderson will, correction, I apologize. It's going to be Julio Barro. We'll head to the plate. Back to the top of the lineup. It's going to be inside for a ball. Here's the pitch by Chesley. Inside again. Ball 2. Chesley sets up, checks the runner, brings it home. In there for a strike. 2-1 the count. Chesley takes a look in again. Gets the sign he wants. Gets set. And here's the pitch. Good hit back up to middle. Moore gets it back. Shoots it over to first. And that's out number 3. So we're done with the top of the second. 1 run comes across for the Chargers, but that's about all she wrote for that one. So as we end the top of the first, we'll go for a break. We'll be right back here on NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of action. We'll be right back. We're back live at Harrington Field. Keith Whitman here on NETsn. Glad you're joining us. Go ahead and chat with us. Tell us where you are. We'd love to hear from you. Want to thank you for joining us today. Leading things off this inning, bottom of the second, Cade Chesley. He struck out last time at bat. Going to try to turn around his fortune this time. Levi Gwynn still on the mound for the Chargers. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. One and one the count. Here's the pitch, going to be outside, another ball. So 2-1 the count to Chesley. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Catcher for the Chargers tried to frame that one, but it didn't quite work for him. In there, fouled back. Gwynn sets. Here's the pitch. Good hit to right field. High fly ball. Andrew Henderson gets underneath it for out number one. Dylan Malone heads up to the plate. Here's the pitch. Malone squares around for a bunt, but gets back in time. Ball one. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high. Ball two. 2-0 to Malone. Malone, high fly ball. It's going to be to left center field. Ugliabaro gets it. And that's out number two. Lex Rich will now head up to the plate. Rich walked his first time up. In there for a strike. Here's the pitch from Gwynn. Little movement on it, but a little high too. 1-1 the count. Swing. Good shot into left field. Straight to, however, the left fielder. So that's 3 up, 3 down for the guard. So that's 2 away. 2 down, 2 innings in the book. And we will be right back here at Harrington Field. You're watching NETsn live from Brook Hill. We'll be right back.
sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Net Sports Network, your streaming home for Northeast Texas sports. We're back at Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School. We're in the top of the third. Brook Hill leads 5-1 over the Dallas Shelton Chargers. Noah O'Connor, number 11, heads up. As Chesley's still on the mound for the guard. Here's the pitch. In there. Little inside, excuse me. Ball 1. Two 2-0 the count. As O'Connor steps in, takes a look. Here comes the pitch. It's going to be in there for a strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As Chesley pitches it in there, but ball. So 3-1. Here's the windup. And a little high, so ball 4. As O'Connor will take a stroll to first base, and Andrew Zook will head to the plate. So with a runner on first and no outs, Zook will see if he can bite into this lead that the guard have. Here's the pitch from Chesley. Zook squares around for a bunt but pulls back. Ball 1. Chesley checks the runner and throws over. O'Connor gets back just in time. Chesley gets set. Checks his runner again and brings it home. As Zook squares around again and bunts it foul. O'Connor has to get back to first as he was already at second. So 1-1 the count. And a foul back. O'Connor was going on that one, so he'll have to come back to first base yet again. Probably getting tired of going back and forth there. One ball and 2 strikes. So we know Zook won't be bunting on this one. He'll have to swing away. Chesley takes a look at first. And he'll throw over. O'Connor back in time. Chesley takes a look again. And here's the pitch home. Swing back and a foul ball. Zook stays alive. Chesley sets again. Gets the sign. Looks over at the runner and brings it home. Swing and a miss, strike three with a good little movement on that one. And that'll be out number one. So the designated hitter, Hank Davis, will step into the batter's box for the Chargers. And he'll try to bring O'Connor around, as Chesley will get the sign again. Throws over. Make sure O'Connor's back on the bag. Davis waits on the pitch. Chesley looks. Brings it home, and O'Connor goes, and Durrett can't keep a hold of it, so O'Connor will take the bag easy at second with no play. So we have a time as Durrett will head to have a conversation with his pitcher. Conversation on the mound is over. We'll get things started back going here. Want to know the count? Davis ready at the plate. Chesley just now getting the sign. Here's the pitch. Bounced in, but Durrett getting that one. Good stop by Durrett, keeping that going to the backstop and keeping the runner on second. Here comes the pitch. Good pitch. It's in there for a strike. That'll even the count at 2. And we have a time. Durrett having a conversation with the coach. And we're going to take a short break while they're having a conversation. We'll be right back. Back at Harrington Field, I'm not quite sure what's going on, to be honest with you. Looks like the catcher went into the dugout. Maybe an equipment malfunction. So it actually looks like we had a substitution. Number 23, Dallas Clements, is now the catcher for the Guard. So he'll be behind the plate for the Guard for the remainder of the game. So we're ready to get back into action. Here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball. So it's a full, excuse me, it's going to be 3-1. Chesley making sure that O'Connor's back on the bag. Here's the pitch. And a good hit down the third base line. It's past the third baseman and into left field. Williams was there to back it up, so no runs came in as O'Connor stays at third. So runners at the corners. And Joshua Shawcroy. Again, I apologize if I'm saying that wrong. I'm trying. He takes his first pitch as a ball. One out, 2 on for the Chargers. No runs come across yet. Throws over to first. Chesley is set and ready. Here comes the pitch. Outside for a ball 2. We're in the top of the third here at Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School in Bullard, Texas. Pitch to the outside. It's going to be ball 3. Got a good game going so far. 5-1 the score as Brook Hill leads. But right now we have runners at the corners for the Chargers. And only 1 out. So they are knocking at the door to bite into that 4-run lead. Here comes the pitch. In there for a strike. So that'll bring it full. Chesley takes a look. Checks the runners. And brings it home. A good swing, but it's going to be fouled. And number 17 will stay alive. Throws back over to first, making sure Davis stays where he is. Here's the pitch. Good hit into left field. And Williams is there. And O'Connor is not going to try to run on Williams as Williams takes a look at him and kind of dares him on that one, but no run on those. Neither runner advances. Out number 2. And Tucker Bauer steps up to the plate. And Chesley looks in. Gets the sign he wants. Checks the runners. And brings it home. Going to be outside for a ball. Throws it over to first. Here's the pitch. It's going to be in the dirt for a ball. So 2-0 the count. Runners at the corners and 2 outs. Tucker Bauer trying to bring these home as Chesley trying to stop them. Ball 3. And we have a timeout. We'll take a short timeout ourselves. Oh, no, we won't. Never mind. He's coming back. So 3-0 the count. Chesley getting ready. And pitch is in there for a strike. And a good hit, but it's straight to the second baseman, and he's going to pitch it over. So with that, we're done with the top of the third. We'll be right back here on NETsn. And a base hit. David Sims, as he'll be on base. And that'll bring Andrew Sims to the plate. Here's the pitch, and a hit fly ball high. It's going to be right over the second baseman, and he gets into the right field. A good catch. Hanson Graham dips out into the outfield grass for that one, and that's out number 1. Dallas Clements will step up for his first at bat of the game. We're in the bottom of the third. Brook Hill leads 5-1. Here's the pitch, and he squares around a bunt, and it's going to be foul ball. So Clements will head back to home plate and try it again. Gwynn's still on the mound for the Chargers. 1 out and 1 on. Here's the pitch. Squares around for a bunt again. Pulls back just in time. And it'll be 1-1. Two and two the count. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. So the count runs full for Dallas. With a runner in scoring position and 1 out, Gwynn brings the pitch. Swing and a miss for a strike, and that's going to be out number 2. Next to the plate, number 10, Samuel Williams. He had a stand-up double with 3 RBIs back at the bottom of the first. We'll see if he can bring one home this. And that was bounced in for a ball. Here's the pitch. And low for ball 2. Gwynn sits up. Here comes the pitch. And foul tipped. So that's going to be strike number 1 for Williams. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. Count runs even at 2 for Samuel Williams. David Sims on second with 2 outs. 2 outs, 1 on, and 2 and 2 the count. It's going to be bounced in there for a ball. So that'll bring the count full. Quinn sets. Here's the pitch. And a good hit down the first base line, but it's going to be right to the first baseman. And he'll catch that one. And that's out number 3. So no runs come across this time. And we're through 3 innings here at Harrington Field. We'll be right back. You're watching NETsn here at Brook Hill School. Your score, Brook Hill 5, Dallas Shelton 1. We'll be right back. That's going to be a foul ball to start the top of the 4th. As Levi Gwynn leading things off for the Chargers. Chesley still on the mound. In there for a strike. 0-2 the count. Chesley with the pitch. And a good hit straight to the shortstop. And Jabin Moore with the catch and the out to start off the inning. So 1 down. Laker Lee steps into the batter's box for the Chargers. Chesley gets his sign. Gets set. And Lee will step out of the batter's box. And here we go again. Chesley gets a look. And here comes the pitch. It's going to be bounced in for ball 1. That one's down low for a ball. Chesley gets set. Here comes the pitch. In there, strike 1. 2-1 the count to Lee. Nobody on for the Chargers and 1 out. And a hit to the shortstop as Moore gets it. Chucks it over to first base. And pulled off the bag just for a split second. But Sims gets back on there to get the second out. So 2 down in the top of the 4th. Hanson Graham will step up to the batter's box for the Chargers. and see how he fares this top of the inning. Here's the pitch by Chesley. In there for a strike, strike one. Graham has struck out so far in this game. He's if he can get on base this time, swing, fouled back into the netting. 0-2 the count. Graham going to try to straighten that one out. Here comes the pitch from Chesley. And a check swing, but umpire says he does not go around. So he gets a ball. Good movement on that from Chesley, but just not good enough to get over the plate for strike. So 1-2 the count to Graham. Cade gets his sign, brings the pitch. Another good pitch in there with a little movement for a strike. And that's 3 up, 3 down for the Chargers. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. You're watching Brook Hill and Dallas Shelton here on NETsn, brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Freezes up every once in a while. And then I can make Wi-Fi.
And we're back. Once again, we want to thank you for joining us today. Go ahead, like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of our action for Northeast Texas sports. We don't just bring baseball, we bring you everything. So just take a look at our YouTube page, youtube.com/NETsn live. You can also find us on Twitter at NETsn_live. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and you won't miss a minute of what we have here to offer. Here comes the first pitch as Benjamin Bratz is leading things off for the Guard. A swing and a miss. And they're leaving the count at 1. Good hit down the left field line, but it's going to be a little out of bounds for a foul ball. In there for strike 3. So that'll put us back at the top of the lineup. Jabin Moore will come out. He has walked and struck out so far in this ballgame. In there for a ball. Don't miss our next game. It's actually going to be here at Brook Hill, but it'll be next door at Schwab Field, as we'll be bringing you Brook Hill softball, and they'll play Dallas Christian on the 20th next week at 5 o'clock. So don't want to miss out on NETsn live as we bring the Brook Hill softball game against Dallas Christian right next door at Schwab Field. That's next week on March 20th at 5 o'clock. Two and one the count. He'll foul that one back as Moore will even the count at 2. And a good hit into left field, and it'll be a base hit for Moore as he'll turn and look and stay at first base. After we do the Brook Hill softball game on the 20th, we'll head to ARP on the 21st as ARP hosts Jefferson. So you don't want to miss that one. We'll be live streaming that one as well. Got a lot of good games coming up over the next 2 months. So Gwen gets the sign. He gets set. The runner goes. And Moore is going to be in safe, as he's still second in running position as Cade Chesley with a 1-1 count. We'll see if he can bring him home. As the Guard have a 5-1 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Here's a good hit, and it's going to be deep into right center field. It's going to bounce in front of the center fielder, and he's going to get in there for a double. So Cade Chesley gets in there, advances the runner to third as Moore and Chesley Ashton Alexander is actually going to be in there for Chesley as a courtesy runner. So Ashton Alexander and Jabin Moore will be at second and third for Dylan Malone to come up to bat. 1 out, 2 on for the Guard. 2 runners in scoring position. Let's see if Malone can bring him in. Here's the pitch from Gwen. It's going to be fouled back, out of play for strike 1. Malone looks down at the third base coach, gets what he wants. Sets in. Gwen checks the runners and brings the pitch. And a good hit into the left field. And that's going to drop just over the shortstop's head. And that'll bring 1 run in. And Malone out at second as he tries to stretch out a single into a double and does not quite do it. But he does bring a run in for the Guard, but does get the second out. So Lex Rich will head up to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on third. Here's Gwen's pitch. Fouled back. Going to be outside. Good stop by Shoutcrow. 1-1 the count. Gwen bounces that one in there. Another good stop by the catcher to keep the runner at third.
Bro, I'm not even doing anything. There's no point. I'm just gonna come back here, bro. Go for Graceland and come back here.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be ball 4. So Alexander Rich heads down to first. And we have time on the field. We're going to take a short break for identification. We'll be right back.
Net Sports Network, your streaming home for Northeast Texas sports.
And we're back. David Sims up to bat. He had a base hit last time he was there. Runners at the corners, 2 outs for Sims. Here's the pitch. Outside for a ball. Gwynn ready to pitch. Here it is. And it's in there for a strike. So 1-1.
I'm counting.
Gwynn set. Here's the pitch. Good hit. It's going to be off the second baseman's glove, and a run will score. So a solid hit by David Sims. And Andrew Sims will head to the plate.
We can't be in the bathroom over 20 seconds. No. Yes. No. No. Yeah, deal. Never mind.
Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss by Andrew Sims. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. High fly ball. It's going to be out of play for a foul. Ooh. Andrew Sims stays alive with that one. Runners at first and second. 0-2 the count. 2 outs.
Even though the scoreboard says 3. I'm working on it. Doesn't matter.
And that's going to be out number 3. So we're through 4. The score is now 7-1. Brook Hill with the lead. We'll be right back here at Harrington Field. You're watching NETsn. We'll be right back.
Have you switched it over to 5th? There it goes. So there it goes. On my screen.
And we are back at Harrington Field. And the Chargers are back to the top of the lineup. Brennan Ugliaboro is going to be starting things off. as Chesley still on the mound and still throwing strikes. As his first pitch of the top of the fifth is a strike. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. So here in the top of the fifth at Brook Hill, 7-1 the score. Brook Hill leads. Here comes the pitch. A little outside. Good stop by Clemens. Two and one the count. And a good hit into left field over Williams' head. Just overruns it a little bit. He heads out to the warning track and throws it in. Hits the cutoff man. And a stand-up double for Ugliabaro. So runner now in scoring position for the Chargers. Noah O'Connor will step into the batter's box for the Chargers. Chesley will take a look down. Check the runner. Here's the pitch. Going to be bounced in for a ball. Chargers have left a lot of runners on base during this game. Left two on last inning. So O'Connor going to try to stop that. He breaks down for a bunt right in front of the catcher as Chesley gets the throw in time. As Benjamin Brotz, second baseman, covering. However, the sacrifice does advance the runner over to third base and gets him that much closer. Andrew Zook up to bat. Chesley looks. Here's the pitch. Check swing, but it's going to be a ball. Here's the pitch. Foul back, going to be a foul ball. 1-1 the count. Chesley with the pitch. High fly ball into right field. Andrew Sims underneath it, tries to throw home, but not in time. And a run comes across. As Ugliabaro makes a run and gets 7-2 is the score. Hank Davis, the designated hitter, steps into the batter's box for Dallas Shelton. Two outs for the Chargers. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, strike one. Just off the inside corner. Chesley sets up. And here's the pitch. Good movement on that. Puts it right over the edge of the outside of the plate. For a strike. 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball one. Little low. Bounced in front of the plate. So the count runs even at 2. as Davis sets up, waiting on the pitch from Chesley. Here's the pitch. Bounces right in front of the left-handed batter's box. So full count. And timeout as Clements is going to run out and have a little talk with Chesley. See what they're going to do in this situation. Nobody on, 2 outs for the Chargers and full count as Hank Davis sets up. Waiting on the pitch. And here it comes. And a good pitch. Hits over. Chesley gets it, stops, throws in time. And third out. Good throw as David Sims reaches out and grabs it. And that's the end of the top of the 5th. We'll be right back here at Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill in Bullard. You're watching NETsn. And we're back to Harrington Field. You're watching NETsn as the Brook Hill Guard lead 7-2 over the Dallas Shelton Chargers. We have a new pitcher for Dallas Shelton, Andrew Henderson, number 18, on the mound. Leading things off, the bottom of the 5th is going to be number 23, the catcher, Dallas Clements. He struck out his first at bat. We'll see if he can come up and make a little bit of difference this time. Meeting a new pitcher. Steps into the batter's box as Henderson takes a look. Left-hander brings it. First pitch is in there for a strike. Good hit down to the left field. Third base line, Third baseman gets it over to first. So that was a quick out as Tucker Bauer gets it over to the first baseman quick, and that'll bring number 10, Samuel Williams, to the plate. Williams gets ready. Here's the pitch. And a hit down first base line, straight to the first baseman again. And that's a quick out, number 2. So 2 quick outs as Benjamin Bratz heads to the batter's box. See what he can do. It's going to be low for a ball. Brock's at 3-0. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Going to be a good hit out into left field over the shortstop. And that's going to be a base hit. And Brotz gets on base. So that'll extend this inning as Jabin Moore will come up to the plate. In there for a ball. And a good throw over to first, but not in time as Brotz gets back. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike, so 2-1 the count. And the runner goes as Brott is in there. And I believe the ball actually hit him as he slid into second base. Henderson checks the runner. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside, ball 4. So Moore heads down to first. His second walk of the game. As Cade Chesley heads to the batter's box, but the catcher is going to head out to have a talk with his pitcher. Chesley gets set. So 2 on and 2 out. Here's the pitch. Going to be outside for a ball. Want to thank you once again for joining us here on NETsn. For today's game, go ahead and like and subscribe. Pitch is down low. It gets a bounce. And here's the throw. Not in time. Both runners go and advance to the next base on a pass ball. Shawcrow gets a good throw down to third base, but does not get the tag down. Chelsea makes a check swing, but it's going to be a strike either way. So 2-1 the count. Outside for a ball. 3-1. Good hit. It's going to be straight to the second baseman. He's going to throw over to first. That one's in time, though. So out number 3. No runs come across this time for the guard. And we're heading to the 6th inning here at Harrington Field. You're watching NETsn, brought to you by Azalea Orthopedics. We'll be right back.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
And we're back. We're at the top of the 6th inning. Your score, Brook Hill 7, Dallas Shelton 2. Joshua Shawcroy in the batter's box takes that first pitch from Chelsea, who's still on the mound, as a ball. Pitch in there for a strike. And it's a high fly ball. Foul back again. So 1-2 the count. And he stays alive. Excuse me. So 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Here's a pitch and another foul ball, so he stays alive. So Chesley looks in. He gets set, and time called at home plate. Here comes a pitch. In there, strike 3. So that's out number 1. Tucker Bauer heads up to the plate for the Chargers. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be high for a ball. It's going to go down the third base line, but it's going to go foul. So 3-1 the count. In there for a strike, so that'll make the count full. And a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Levi Gwynn will head to the plate. Swing and a miss for a strike. Time on the field. Umpire having a conversation. Not sure what that was about. So here we go. Chesley sets. Here comes the pitch. And a hit. And foul ball. So Gwynn has to head back to the plate. Try it again, as 0-2 is the count with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch by Chesley, and that's a swing and a miss. Clements has thrown to first to fix that one as the ball hit the ground, and we're through 5.5. We'll be back in just a minute. David Sims stepping up. Watches that first pitch go by. Ball one. 1 out and 1 on for the guard here in the bottom of the 6th. Inside for a strike. Two and 1 to count. Rich on first. Rich goes. High fly ball into left center field. It's going back. It's going to be to the wall. Bounces off. Rich comes around third, being waved home. Here he comes, and he's going to be standing up. Oh, slide, excuse me. Cross home plate. I thought he was going to stand up, but he wanted to slide. I'd have hurt myself. But a run comes home for a stand-up double by David Sims. RBI double. Andrew Sims now steps up to the plate. 1 out and 1 on. As your score is now 8-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to go past and put David Sims at third. Ball one. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. It's going to be fouled back. One and two the count. Here comes the pitch from Henderson. It's going to be bounced in. Good stop. Here's the pitch. Down low. So the count goes full to Andrew Sims. And a high fly ball. Second baseman underneath it. No run on this one as Andrew Sims gets the second out. Number 22, Benjamin Krutzinger is coming in, his first at bat. So here's the pitch. Going to be behind Krutzinger. Here comes the runner. And that run is going to cross home plate. So another run comes across on a passed ball. Makes it 9-2. So ball one, 1-0 the count to Krutzinger. Make that 1-1. Nobody on and 2 outs. And it's a high fly ball. It's going to be infield. Henderson calls everybody off and makes the catch for out number 3. So that's the end of 6. We're on to the top of the 7th here at Harrington Field on the campus of Brook Hill School. Your score, 9-2 as Brook Hill leads. You're watching NETsn. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss a minute of the action. We'll be right back.
You're not ready.
It's literally happened before.
You played red light, green light while I was snoring?
I did. Well, technically.
Okay, how do you play this? I need to know.
Well, he snored with Franklin. And so it was when Faith and Annabella were over. We literally heard you. Because you didn't have your mask on or whatever. And we were playing red light, green light from like the back of the kitchen to the back glass, the back door.
That's awesome because, hey, there's no cheating when it's like that.
And Annabella won.
That is fantastic.
Okay, I didn't even win.
We're back at Harrington Field. We have a new pitcher for the guard, Benjamin Bratz, on the mound to finish things out. Laker Lee going to lead things off for the Chargers. Your scorer, Brook Hill, is leading 9-2 here in the top of the 7th.
Everything has changed with the score. That's weird.
I just updated it. Let's change my mind. Give it like 25 seconds.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch by Bratz. Oh, hit by pitch. And Laker Lee will head down to first. Hanson Graham will be next up to bat. Bratz will take a look. He'll check the runner and bring it home. And a good hit. And that'll be between short and third. So real quick with a hit by pitch and a base hit, we have runners at first and second for the Chargers with no outs. And we're at the top of the order for Dallas Shelton with number 24, Brennan Ugliabaro, heading to the plate. So 1-0. Here's the pitch. The throw over to first. So Bratz looks at the sign. Ugliabaro gets set. And here's the pitch. Little inside. So it's 2-0. Throw off to second just to get the runner back. No actual play there. 2-0 still the count. Nobody out and 2 on for the Chargers. Ugliabaro sitting ready for the pitch from Bratz. Here it comes. And that's in there for strikes. So 2-1 is the count. Bratz gets set. Here comes the pitch. And another one down the middle. That'll even the count at 2. So 2-0 with 2 on. Nobody out. 2-2. 2 on. Nobody out. Bratz will bring it home. And it'll be outside, and that'll make the count full. So a big pitch here by Bratz, as he'll see what he can do and not try to load the bases up. And here's the, puts the runner back at second as he steps off the back. Bratz back on the rubber. Gets set. Here's the pitch. And a swing foul ball. Here's the pitch. That's going to be outside ball 4. So that'll load the bases up. So Bratz comes into this inning and loads up the bases with no outs. Noah O'Connor, left-hander, steps up into the box. Big inning for the Chargers. And a big at-bat for Noah O'Connor. Bratz gets set, brings the pitch, and in there for strikes, says the umpire. 0-1. O'Connor steps in as Bratz checks all the bases and brings the pitch. Good hit out into center field as Malone gets set, pulls up and throws. Here comes the runner from third. The catch is in time and gets the runner. So Dylan Malone in from center field throws the runner out at home. And a double play puts 2 outs on the board. And Andrew Zuck will be at the plate. Here comes the pitch. In there, strike 1. Bratz getting set. Here comes the pitch. And it's going to be high for a ball. So 1-1 the count. Zook going to try to bring some runs in. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for a second strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Zook. And Bratz looks in, checks the runner at second, and brings the pitch. And a hit over to third base, and he'll throw over to Sims. And that's going to be the ball game. That's going to all she wrote. So crisis averted by Dylan Malone. as he makes a catch and a throw in to stop the sacrifice. A great double play to end the ball game. 9-2 is your final score here at Harrington on the campus of Brook Hill School, and that's going to do it here for us. We'll be back on Brook Hill campus next week on the 20th, next door at Schwab Field, as we'll be bringing you Dallas Christian and Brook Hill softball game. So we'll be glad to be back here, and we hope that you join us and tune in. Until next time, I'm Keith Whitman with NETsn. We're glad you're with us. Have a good weekend. Enjoy the rest of your spring break. If you're off, we'll see y'all later.